Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
So I'm doing well, but I'm a little confused because I can think of all the accounts that I have for investments, 401ks, things that I've rolled over into an IRA. And then if somebody has a spouse, they have all different accounts. Where do you start when you get to retirement? Which ones do we take from first?
That is a really good question. We call that order of withdrawal. Which accounts do you take from first? And I hate to say this because I seem to say it a lot, is it depends. Every person's situation is different, but at our firm, what we take into account is several factors. Number one, are they taking Social Security, for example? Number two, do they have tax-advantaged accounts that they're required to take withdrawals from? Mm-hmm. So our IRAs, our traditional 401ks, the IRS says you must start taking your RMDs at a certain time. So we take that into consideration. And then we take a really close look at their marginal tax situation. So what is their tax bracket? What will it do if we take money out of this certain account? What mm-hmm. will it do for their taxes if we do it this way? Would it be better to take money from this account because maybe it's a Roth and it's not going to be taxed? So it's a question that has lots of answers.
Yeah.
Things change.
Lots of different answers.
Yes, and we'll meet with our customers, our clients several times just to make sure we're on the right path because changes happen and that might change the plan.
Well, to put myself then in the seat of a family who comes into you, let's say I come in with my spouse. Do I have to figure out the accounts as the financial advisor? Will you tell me a percentage? Do you have tools that show us how to do it?
That is a really, really good question. And yes, we do use tools. So we have a planning system that we've purchased and we get continual training on. We put the numbers in, the tax situation, and it will go through thousands of computations mm-hmm. to come back with some recommendations on what is best for our client, taking into consideration all of those things, their RMDs, their tax situation, what's going on with the family and that kind of stuff.
Right. And then I go back to something that you said. You said you wonder if somebody has already taken their Social Security or not.
Yes.
What do you prefer as a financial planner who works with people who are pre-retirement going into retirement? Do you prefer that they call you contact before they turn on Social Security?
Yes, treat Social Security like you would any other investment. You have poured money into it. You've had money taken out of your check for years. Just turning it on just because can be a big mistake. If you treat it like any other asset that you have, get the good advice on when to make it work best for you. We find that some clients leave $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 on the table over their lifetime because they didn't have a strategy on when to start taking Social Security.
I've heard it sometimes called, it's $1 million investment that sometimes you take a few minutes to make a decision
Correct. Some people spend longer planning their vacation than they do on whether they should take Social Security.
Right.
Yeah.
And then factoring it in. So is this kind of an entire process that you do all of the time with folks, including the tax considerations?
You can never look at one thing in isolation. It's all part of the larger plan. That's why it is so important to make that Social Security claiming decision in concert with your financial advisor to make sure that you're making the best choice for your entire plan. We spend 1/3 of our life in retirement. We should spend more than 10 minutes thinking about whether we should take Social Security today or next year or the next year.
Veronica, very well said. Folks, you don't have to figure out which accounts to take from on your own.